The Miata has been having a big issue. If you kept up with the Miata journey, you'll have known that my fuel injector caps and my injectors have been completely whack towards the end of the journey. Things got really out of hand, actually. In the later part of the journey, I could barely keep the car from stalling out. Uh-oh. You will see clips of the car, and it literally had the worst idle ever. And it made me think, I don't know really what's going on. I think it's the injectors, but it could be worse. It may be the last steps of the Miata. But the thing is, I'm not giving up on the Miata yet. I bought a rebuild kit for my fuel injectors. And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can cause a problem that has persisted since rebuilding the head gasket. And if I can do that, then the Miata will be back. But I'm a bit nervous because I'll tell you what, she ain't looking too hot. The first part of the rebuild process is replacing the old pintle caps along with the seals. I have a hunch that these are the issue that is causing everything. I now go out to the old crazy shack to take out the injector filter on the left and put a new one in on the right. Taking this video right here because the process of removing the fuel filters from the injectors is actually hilariously brutal. So I go ahead, I put the screw right there into the upper part of the filter, give it a few twists, make sure it seeds in there pretty good. I want to find a way to secure it a bit. Make sure we got actually good footage of this. I'm just gonna go brute force crazy on this bad boy. Nope, that's not it. Bang! Yep. Whoa, there you have it. That's the filter. And then, to top it all off, we're gonna go ahead, grab ourselves a new filter, except for, we're also gonna be mean to it. We're going to put the new filter into place, just like so. Get a hammer, pound it in. I'm not accustomed to car work on such precision things being so brutal, but that's how we do it. 4 injectors, good as new. Now for the big moment of truth, gonna go ahead and try to put the injectors back in, then we'll give it our first start. All right, everything's back in. Let's see if it works. This here's a big moment of truth because I think this is my issue, and if it's not, then I don't know what's the problem. Hey, that don't sound too bad actually. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm stoked. It actually might be better. Check out this idle. Okay, so it's a cold start. Look how stable that is. No check engine lights. Corner to the front. Listen to how calm this sounds. Super steady idle. Super, super steady. Whoa! Let's go. I think it's better. No way. This is awesome. Literally drove this car for the past 2 months without an even idle, with crazy, I mean just the craziest fluctuating idle, and it's fixed. That was the issue. It was a sealing issue and a caps issue causing vacuum leaks. And this is it. This is at idle. The RPMs have now dropped down to normal idle, right below 1,000, just hanging out. Now we got the car sorted out. It's time to make things pretty. It was my goal on the road trip to never clean the car because I wanted to see how much dirt and debris it could build up over 8,000 miles on the road. And I must say, it is properly filthy, but it is finally time for a cleanup. Today I'm pretty stoked. There's a company called Fantic. They make portable devices for cars and other sort of maintenance. Well, they said to me, hey, we want to support what you do. They didn't pay me to say anything, but they said, hey, take this free product, man, give it a shot, see what you do with it. So I said, of course. Thanks, guys. Today, it's gonna save me a ton of time over doing things by hand, so let's get right to it. So there's been 2 minor issues with the cleaning process. First of all, not many people are strange and put stickers all over the side of their car. Now, I don't know how to go about cleaning those. I'm assuming I could go ahead and just trace the outlines of them because I'm pretty sure if I keep polishing stickers, eventually they will deteriorate. I used the sharp edge of the sponge and polisher and just traced in between all the lines. Now, the second thing is I got a lot of road tar from the trip. It's caked up around all of the wheel areas, and honestly, I don't know how to get it off. I tried to give it a big scrub, that doesn't help. If anyone's got any advice on getting rid of wheel tar, you let me know. Check out all the damage from rock chips that I got over the trip. Okay, wow, never mind, we're not going out. What the heck? Didn't even leave the place and I started smelling fuel, and a lot of it. I didn't even have time to film a video. I just turned off the car quick, but looked to me like cylinder 3 was just spraying everywhere out of the where the fuel rail meets the injector. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that gasket right there, the O-ring, and just see if it's actually on right. Guys, it seems I've made a habit of absolutely obliterating my O-rings. It's like I woke up today and just decided to just become an O-ring monster. Literally, I don't know what the heck's going on. Actually, I do know what's going on. I'm not oiling them before putting them back on the fuel rail. And I think that maybe just the friction is just this, you know it is. Friction, rubber, smash. This happens. Get it now. Properly oiled up. Again. Well, there we go, everybody. Finally back on the road again. I don't smell no gas. It's pretty fun right now to actually have smooth acceleration. I don't know if y'all remember, but from my videos, it would always be RPMs under 3,000, would be very misfire-y, tons of sputtering. But now we're clean all the way up. I'm just going, I'm cruising. I thought that person was waving at me, I guess they weren't. Oh, but yeah, this is stoked. Check that out. Car is clean, car is running. Today was kind of a crazy day. I went in pretty headstrong today, just thinking 50-50, this car is gonna work out. Or maybe not. I ran the car with misfires for 2,000 miles. I didn't know if I'd done any sort of irreversible damage to the car. I was worried that even if I did these fixes today, we wouldn't have any results. So for me, it's kind of crazy. The car is running smoother than it is ran, literally in ages. In general, today is huge because I was kind of wondering what's gonna happen to the Miata. Is it the end of the line for the old guy? Will we still have a chance to take it on more trips? And luckily, I think we still got a chance to take it out some more. Because as you will see, right down here, we got some room to do. We got some room to fill right here. We got some stickers to acquire. And there's a few more states I'd really love to see in the Miata right here. We're taking this car out more. We'll take the S2000 out as well. Today I'm gonna go ahead. It's probably about 5 p.m. Going on 6 right now. Gonna go ahead, kick the feet up. Weather's warming up. I'm kind of exhausted because I stood outside all day, but hey, I'll tell you what, thank y'all for sticking by. Big shout out again to Fantic, the guys that sent me the free polisher. That's super kind of y'all, I appreciate it. Obviously Miata is loving it. And thank you to all of you who have stopped by. Couldn't be doing this without y'all, so appreciate y'all. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.